Welcome to the TVMusic Network Podcast with Phyllis and Belinda. I'm Phyllis.
And I'm Belinda.
And we are actually in a new year. Now it's 2020, and this is season 2 of our podcast. And with the new year, we reflect on what happened in the past. And so we're going to be talking a little bit about our recaps for The Masked Singer, America's Got Talent's coming up, The Champions. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And we'll talk about The Voice this past season that happened. Now, Belinda, with, which one do you want to start with first?
Let's start with The Masked Singer.
Okay, so we're starting with The Masked Singer. Okay, first of all, love this show. The show's so good. The second season, just if I didn't think it could get any better, it did. Mm-hmm. The costumes were on point. The celebrities they had, the whole thing was really good. They had some ones that I didn't really catch on before. And talk a little bit about it.
What do you mean? They got some ones that you didn't catch on before.
There's some celebrities I never guessed.
Oh, okay. Well, we basically
caught it.
We basically got most of them right. If you go back to our last podcast, when we talked about this show, maybe the very first week or second week, we had guessed about 6 or 7 of the people already.
They were obvious people.
They weren't obvious to everybody.
I know. Well, obvious to us.
But as I'm going on social media and talking to friends are like, I wouldn't know that. I wouldn't
right.
know. There was some people on there that once people started talking about social media, you're like, okay, like Thingamajig. I never would have guessed the Thingamajig.
Yeah, I didn't know who the hell that was.
And I don't know if a lot of people know him or not. You know,
right.
Maybe he's popular, but if you're a sports person, you would know it. It's going back to like Ninja.
Right.
You know, you would know it. But we discussed those, but we'll just talk about the last one since our previous podcast, which you can listen to, talked about the first weeks when we had called on our very first episode who was going to be at the end.
Right.
And we said the Rockwaller, the Fox.
Right.
The Rose, and you said, and the Butterfly, and I said no, probably the Flamingo. Well, guess what happened? We were right. There was a few surprises. Last one I think we guessed was Kelly Osbourne, and you got that one, being the Ladybug. Raven Simone, we guessed her.
Right. Maybe we should we recap all the people?
Yes, let's just
that
recap.
Might be the best way to do it.
Let's just recap all the contestants real quick. Okay. We had, we'll just go right when they go out. The egg was Johnny Rear, which we guessed in the very first week. The second person eliminated was Ninja. He was the ice cream cone. Very cute costume. We did not guess it.
Yeah.
The third one was the Panda. It was Layla Ali.
Yeah.
We got her based on the clues.
Right. But I wouldn't have guessed her just based on her singing and based on the costume itself because...
Yeah, they padded her, and that's good. If we're going to keep this show going, we need to keep the element of surprise.
Right.
Because the first season, by the first weeks, we knew all the people, and you got to keep the element of surprise going. The Ego ended up being Dr. Drew.
Which I thought it was Bret Michaels at first until he started
Drew
singing.
Imitating Bret Michaels.
Right.
To trick people.
Right.
And then he opened his mouth, and we knew it wasn't Bret Michaels. Then it was a skeleton, who was Paul Schaefer, who also tricked us.
Yeah.
Because we thought it was Dana Carvey, and he said he was in Canada talking to Dana right before to get the mannerisms to trick everybody, and he did. Yeah. Although some of my music friends guessed it. I did not guess
I didn't guess him at all.
And then we had the Penguin, which I called the very first week was Sherry Shepherd.
Yeah.
And remember, I even said, Sherry wasn't fooling anybody. But it was good to see Sherry on there, and now that Sherry has been on there, Jenny doesn't have to mention Sherry again, because every time they guess someone that's a girl, they guess Sherry.
I still feel Sherry's going to be back.
And it's a guy, they guess Jamie Foxx.
Right. She'll be back. Jenny.
There was a Black Widow, Raven Simone. I didn't catch it at first. Anthony Anderson, who plays her TV brother on Blackish, he said he didn't even catch it. I think you started catching on pretty quickly. Yeah. No, I think you did. You caught on pretty quickly. I didn't. But then when Robin started talking about her and producing and all that, I was like, it's her. The Ladybug, you guessed right at the first week was Kelly Osbourne.
That was so obvious to me, and I don't know why. It just was.
You think I would have got the clues, the Ozzy clues, to guess it as quickly, but you got it right on hand, and I didn't know.
And then she sounded like her, and I don't know, just all the stuff she did, and then when she was on that carpet at the Emmys, when you got a clue.
I'm
like, that's her.
That's when you got a clue, because she was the one contestant they didn't show at first.
Yeah, and why would she even be there?
And they didn't show her at all, and she made her, her debut at the Emmys, and Kelly was also a commentator at the Emmys, and you have to watch that when you watch these shows, and they're on Fox, and you start seeing people showing up places.
There's some cross promotion.
Then that's when you start guessing, and you got her all pretty good. Then there was the flower, who wasn't fooling anybody except for Ken Jeong. That it was Patti LaBelle.
I know exactly who this is.
And he did
not.
And I wanted to have Robin and Nicole escorted from the building as singers to know. Although Robin said at the very end when Patti was eliminated that his mom used to play her and used to listen to her and all that. But then he said he got thrown off a little bit and started saying Fantasia. But he went back to Patti. And
right.
We'll discuss that more in detail too. And I wouldn't expect Patti LaBelle to go out in like 8th place or whatever. But you could tell when she did the final sing-off, she was done.
It gets
she
to
was
her.
Done.
She's an old lady.
Yeah.
An older woman.
Yeah.
And she's going to be up there on the lights and doing all this stuff and being all in some hot-ass costume. So I can understand.
Yeah, but you could tell when she was up against, was a CO, and she did that song, she just was like, I'm ready to go. Even when she took off her mask,
did we get
and
to all
they
of
showed
them?
her on schedule, you could tell she was ready to go.
Right. Did you say all of
No,
them?
we're going through them right now. Sorry, I wanted to make a comment about the flower.
All right, go ahead.
Then there was the butterfly, Michelle Williams, who we guessed from the promo before the show started, before we went to the fashion show.
Right.
She wasn't fooling anybody. Michelle Williams and Destiny's Child. The tree did throw me off. The tree ended up being Anna Gasteyer.
Yeah, I cannot figure out that tree.
I thought it was Darlene Love.
I went to Darlene Love.
The Christmas clues didn't make any sense, but apparently she has a Christmas album out.
Yeah,
and I never guessed at that until someone said on Twitter, and I started looking. I'm like, it could be, it could be.
Yeah.
And then when they mentioned the soup category, but that's one that didn't guess it.
Yeah, I love Seinfeld. It's super popular, but that Soup Nazi episode was how long ago?
I know, but it's still one of the most popular episodes of that show.
I know, but to
mention the clue
for Jerry Seinfeld, for Julie Louis-Dreyfus,
But that's what happens on shows like this. They bring someone up and you're like, who?
Yeah.
What?
It's like Dancing with the Stars when they pick out their celebrities.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
And as we go longer, maybe the celebrities will get, we'll talk about that at the quick recap. We already discussed the thingamajig, ended up being Victor, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, it's an NBA player.
Yeah, right.
And you think I should know something because he played for the Indiana Pacers, but oh well. Victor Olapo? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
Sorry, Victor. I have no idea how to pronounce your name.
Victor Thingamajig, who Nicole was flirting with, who lasted a lot longer than I thought he would have.
But his personality was cute.
And he was a Commodore fan, so I had to give him a point on that.
Yeah.
And then there was the leper, who threw us off at first.
The leopards.
It wasn't that long. He threw us off about a week or two.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, when he started saying those clues, I'm adopted and so and all this, I'm like, it's Seal.
Yeah.
And he went all into character. But he played the way you're going to play it. He was completely in character. He threw you off. He made you think everybody else but him.
Right.
It was great. But towards the end, people were like, well, they just came out and said Seal. Come on. And then, mysteriously out of nowhere, one week, Nicole goes, I think it's Seal. Which I think it was the producer saying, this is getting ridiculous, Nicole. It's Seal. But then again,
the more clues you get.
The more clues you get.
Yeah, the easier you catch on. Or the more you
want to catch on. And then it was the Flamingo. Ken actually got that right. Ken gets everything wrong. He actually got Victor right.
Yeah, well, he's an NBA basketball fan.
He got him right at the
what
very
the clues
end.
Were, but hey.
Yeah, he got him at the very end. Then there was so then that was it. Then we got to the final three, and the final three were three people we predicted. We set the Flamingo, we set the Rockwaller, and we set the Fox.
Right.
The Flamingo ended up being
Adrienne
Balone.
She's a TV host for the daytime talk show The Real.
She's on The Real.
And she was a cheetah girl. During her younger Disney days.
I didn't guess her because I don't know her voice. Yeah. And I don't know anything about her.
And she's not that kind of voice.
The clues.
Yeah.
But everybody was on her, like, right away.
Right.
Like, she wasn't fooling anyone. And, I mean, they were on her right away. I didn't know she was discovered by Ricky Martin. You know, so I didn't know all the things.
Yeah, her clues were surprising.
Yeah, but she has a good voice.
Good for her.
She has a really good voice.
Yeah.
She performed at an Emmy party we went to.
Mm-hmm.
So I heard her sing. I knew she could sing, but, you know, I wasn't into
And when we went to the season 2 premiere party, little costume fashion show premiere party, and you were able to get a drawing, I picked the flamingo as my drawing.
And I picked the tree. Yeah. And I would be that tree for Halloween. I got to start working on it now.
That tree's adorable.
Maybe we should talk to the costume people when we see them. Can I get that tree? Can I get a replica of the tree?
Yeah.
What happens to
I
those
had an interview
after?
with those, and I reposted. I could have sworn I asked them.
Do they take them home?
No.
Is there a mask somewhere they do whatever? I'm just curious to know.
I'll ask her.
And then there was the Rottweiler.
The Rottweiler was so cute.
I had Chris Daughtry. I had him. I even
you Daughtry.
I even broke down every project he worked on Fox. He was so cool as the Rottweiler. It was so cool to see him. It was such a great thing. He finished higher than 4th place, which is where he finished
on the Idol.
He came as the runner-up. He didn't win.
Right.
But a runner-up is better than winning, and everyone's talking about him.
He did great.
Everyone's talking about him, so I think it might help him. You know, he's got a single out now. You know, they got to come back with a tour. You know, I think it's really going to help him.
Yeah, it's good timing.
Yeah, but
for him.
Can't wait to see him so we can talk about this. But,
and who was number 1?
And he said his kids didn't know it was him. It'd be so interesting when they find out.
I think a lot of the contestants were kind of cute. Yeah. They did it for their kids.
Yeah, the kids love
because the kids like the show
and they watch and all that. So I don't know if his kids figured out, but it was really good. And the winner, who I remember you saying, the Fox. He walked out. He's all badass.
Yeah, all swagger. He was whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Stage presence. He had like the dancing, singing, and everything. And I remember you saying, I think the Fox is Wayne Brady. And I said, you think the Fox is Wayne Brady? I know the Fox is Wayne Brady. We just knew it. I mean, if you watch Let's Make a Deal, Who's Line, you know his work.
Yeah.
And he used to, you know, and he was a recording artist. He had an album. I was on it for a Grammy like 10 years ago. Right. And he said it's hard when
he had an act where he performed in Vegas.
Yeah.
Back and forth a few times. He flew a little lounge act.
Yeah.
I don't know. There was just something that I'm just like, that's Wayne Brady.
He was great. I know he has a record coming out now. It'll be interesting to see how it was. The costume was good.
Yep. On point. His dancing, his choreography, everything.
Plus, he was in that Hulu commercial, and I'm like, what's he doing? Like, did he win? So I wonder if that was something that really made you think of it.
Right. You know, there was a commercial advertisement for Hulu, and it was a bunch of people, excuse me, at Chrissy Teigen's house, because she's promoting Hulu heavily. And there was all the stars. There were people who watch Hulu, and the Fox character was one of the celebrity cameos in that commercial.
And that was the end of the season. So 16 contestants. Do you think that's too many? Because they jumped up from 4 to 16.
Okay. I never think 16 is too many.
Okay.
Especially with the format and the way that they did it, how you got to see everybody at first.
Yeah.
And then they went back and then
broke it down
by episode. There were some people that we didn't see a lot.
Yeah.
But that could have just been because of time or
the way it's set up, too.
Yeah.
I mean, you do see them a lot, but just the way it's set up, it feels like you don't.
Yeah, but I think the costumes were good, the variety that they had, so I didn't think there were too many.
Do you think it would be better if they did it? I shouldn't say better because I love the show. Do you think it would be more interesting if they had a 2 hours, all 16 people sing, and then they eliminate someone like a American Idol type? Maybe not because of costumes.
Yeah, I don't think so. Only because
the costumes, that would be too much.
Yeah,
because basically you would be in 16 different costumes if the show's 16 weeks. Yeah,
and when you're watching it, say you're watching like Dancing with the Stars. And here you go, 16 people, and then here comes, like, say, the Eagle, and you go, oh my God.
Yeah, that's
now
true.
we have to hear the Eagle sing, and then if he can't sing, whatever. I think the 1 hour format was cute.
Yeah, they did 2 hours.
They did a lot of 1 hour formats.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's because of the costuming and because of the taping too.
Right.
Because when they tape the show, they tape a couple shows a day,
Right.
and it's a long, process. Where you see on TV, people don't know you see the 1 hour show, but
Right.
actually 3 or 4. So, put the costume wise, they would have to. And you think the clues were easier this season or hard? I think it was definitely harder this season.
I think the clues were harder this season. Part of it though was I don't want to like insult anyone or something like that, but there were some people there just weren't super celebrities, or you didn't really think of them offhand. So you go, who? When they said some of the clues, I'm like, I have no idea what this clue is or what is going on.
And they had that last season. I think they're always going to have that.
Yeah, you are always. So I didn't think the clues were. I think the clues were harder.
Yeah,
but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, depending on your interest too, you would think that too, because I know a lot about pop culture. You know a lot about pop culture,
right?
But talking to some friends and stuff, they're like, I would have never in a million years guessed that if you hadn't mentioned.
Yeah.
So you got to think of that, but it's fun. I like it because it's fun.
I thought the costumes on point.
And as we said, it's one of the craziest shows. I looked at that and thought, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But I was going to watch it because we were invited to a premiere. Of course I'm going to watch it. It's the best show. I love it.
Yeah,
I'm
I love
trying to talk more people to watching it this season.
Right. Okay, what about the costumes?
Oh, the costumes are great.
Oh, my God. There were some that really stood out. There was that butterfly costume that Michelle Williams wore. Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child. Not Michelle Williams, the actress, who just won.
She won everything.
Yeah.
She has won every single
for,
award.
Flossie Burden for playing Glenn.
She's won every single award out there.
Mm-hmm.
She has not lost one yet. And I think this is it now.
Good for her.
She has SAG. If she wins the SAG, that'll be it.
Good for her.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That costume was really, really great. I liked Patti LaBelle's flower costume.
Yeah, flower was
that
great.
was really nice. Really, really nice. I just some of the things that they did.
Yeah.
So creative. That egg was so clever.
Oh,
because he had a little hat.
Yeah,
it was like a sunny side up egg. Oh my God.
Now I know we talked to the costume people before,
right?
And they are the same people who do the same team that does the costumes so you can dance. One of our favorite shows, which we didn't know until whatever. I just wonder how. Well, I know they said the artist kind of helps too. Like the artist kind of says they want to be something or whatever. But it's a lot of work into that. I mean, it's amazing. Who would you be if you were on the show?
Who would I be? I'd be the flamingo.
No, but if you were on the show and you got to pick a costume now.
The flamingo.
There. No, the flamingo's already there. You're on there. Phyllis Thomas. She's gonna be on the season.
Oh, I'd have to make one.
Yeah, like would you think like?
I don't know.
You want to be some kind of? Well, I would definitely be purple.
I'd be maybe some kind of señorita, some kind of like flamenco sort of dancer. Maybe I would be. I don't know. I really don't know. I would have them set me up with some fantastic Emmy-nominated costume. How about yourself?
I think I would be purple. And I think I would be some type of like, you know how Patty was like the rose? I think I would be like the piano or like the... like something...
Piano?
How
are you going to get down the stage and dance as a piano?
Maybe I would be like the saxophone. I'm just trying to think something music related I would be.
Saxophone.
But I don't know. I could be totally
the
wrong.
stand-up bass.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, but I'm just saying it. I guess I'd be a rose like that, but I would probably try to be purple, and then blend the colors in. And all that.
And you would sing Purple Rain?
No, I wouldn't sing Purple Rain. Oh, then again, no, because you're singing.
Yeah.
Because they record that. Don't they record it first, and then it's played back, and then they do it over? I think that's what
I don't know the details of that.
That's a good question. I think that's what I'm just going by it, because there's no way. But those costumes all tight, and I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
But they are singing live.
Right. How was the judging this season for you? We had the returning judges again. We had Jenny McCarthy, the pop culture guru, or whatever they called her. Nicole Scherzinger, Ken Jeong, and Robin Thicke.
All right. And Nick, of course, is the host.
Right, Nick Cannon, the host.
So Nick's
right.
going nowhere. Nick was fine. He's funny. He's fine. Let's start with Ken. Ken is just silly.
Love him.
You know that. Now he has that own saying. Everybody's doing it. I know exactly what this is. Ken is just saying stuff. Ken's the comic relief. He's just there to say silly things.
Right.
He's there just to be stupid. You know, he got one right though. I think he's just making them up as he goes along to make stuff. Jenny. Jenny just says like the craziest stuff. Like when she said Jason Mraz, and I'm like, huh? But then I did see somewhere where she was saying that, and we've always said this, like, how could they not know who these people are? You're seeing them, every other week. You got all these clues. I guess they're not like on their phone Googling like we are, but a lot of times I have to Google. You just kind of know, but you just kind of know. You just kind of know, but they tape it. Mm-hmm. And I think she was saying, I saw her somewhere, and she said something about it's a little hard when you're doing it because the show is pre-taped and it is edited. Right. So they're encouraged to name a bunch of people. Right. And it's edited. So she said she got a bunch of them correct. Mm-hmm. But in the editing, it looked like it took her longer to figure them out. Right. Than differently. Which could explain some of these poor choices. But Nicole and Robin still. Robin's the best guesser, which scares me at times. But when he was on that Jennifer Hudson and that Fantasia tip, when it was Patti LaBelle. Yeah, right. You're like, and come on. Like, Robin, you toured with Jennifer Hudson. Right. You know her voice. You've written songs for Fantasia. You toured with, but come on, Robin. Mm-hmm. You work at Patti LaBelle. And then doesn't Robin Thicke have a Grammy? I don't know. I know for a fact he has a Grammy. I think I was there when he won for a song. They keep saying, well, good for him. They keep saying Grammy-nominated artist when it comes up, and it's driving me crazy. I will have to look it up. Maybe Grammy-nominated sounds better than Grammy winner. Nah, Grammy-nominated don't sound better than Grammy winner. No, I mean, I got a winner. I want to say the winner. Well, anyway, I think it's great. And then there's Nicole. She just drives me nuts. I don't know what it is. It's nothing against her personally. But it's like she's saying these answers, and it's like she's trying. I don't know if it's trying too hard. I did like her flirtation with the Majig, though. And I did like when he changed her name to Nicola Majig. Yeah, that was kind of cute. That was kind of cute. I do like. Okay, but you know what? I noticed one thing too. When Joe McHale was on there, right? She was a little bit better with him when he was like, really? When she was talking to him, chemistry's a little better. Yeah. Same thing with Anthony Anderson. So maybe having someone that she doesn't work with every week. Maybe her better. And Ken. Do you think her and Ken not have chemistry? No, it's kind of, I don't know how to say it. She just says these weird answers, and then she's all about singing because she has a good voice, and she's like real critical about the singing. Mm-hmm. But girlfriend, you trying to tell me you didn't know that was it's just I don't know. I thought it was fine. Some of her answers are just ridiculous. Or driving me crazy. Right. But that could be just the entertainment factor, or that could be... Or it could be because they edit it. Yeah. Or we're like, oh, what silly thing is Nicole going to say next? Or maybe they think that if America sees it and the judges get the answers all the first week, it's not fun anymore. Right. It isn't as fun anymore. Right. So. Okay, I did find that at some point there was... Maybe it's just the contestant, and it has nothing to do just a personal preference. I was just like, oh, come on. I need to know who this thingamajig is. I let them lose. Yeah, that was one, too. You're like, oh, darn. Can you move on? I'm tired of guessing. Yeah. Can you lose already? I'm tired of guessing. Yeah. Right. So that did happen a little bit for me, but I thought it was kind of cute. And I did like, though, so it's like I'm bagging on Nicole. I did like that she... When Triumph was on, and someone else was getting kind of raunchy, she's like, this is a family show. Yeah. She's stopping them. But Triumph was hysterical. Right. I thought it was fantastic, because he was saying... I always like Triumph. He was saying all the things that we've been... when we were saying, when he made that comment about, look at Robin and Jenny trying to figure out clues like Scooby-Doo. Yeah. Oh, my God. So funny. He's crazy, Rob. And then when he made the comment about, oh, sorry, I left your mother to the Rockwaller. And yeah, but I love that show. That's cute. And it's coming back. Yeah. Season 3 is happening. Season 3 starts on Super Bowl Sunday? Yes, Super Bowl Sunday. Mm-hmm. They have a bunch of new characters. The promos for them have been really great. They have the banana. The timing could not have been perfect due to this whole art guy with the banana and the duct tape. Yeah. Oh, Fox topped that when they came up with the Twitter picture. They put the tape on it. Mm-hmm. And the new promo commercial. Yeah. They have the very new promo commercial where they have Nick delivering the costumes to people. So far, they have like the robot. Yeah. There is the banana that we talked about. Mm-hmm. I don't know what this is. And T-Pain was a guest host. Yeah. On there too, and I think the chemistry worked balanced with that. That frog. Was funny. Yeah.
They have a frog. They have the banana. They have the robot. I don't know what these. I'm looking at some of the pictures and trying to scroll through, and I have no idea.
And we will be discussing the show,
who they were,
and we will be coming back to it. But they showed a promo, and they showed this big house, and then Nick was walking. One we know is a pull-up player. They showed a scene, but they showed this thing sitting.
Oh, they have a llama, an alpaca, a llama, or whatever.
But the person was sitting there, and the way Nick came in and showed this big house, I'm like, the Paris Hilton probably do this because they keep guessing.
Already we're guessing.
I'm, like, I'm guessing funny. Already by this 30-second promo.
That's funny.
You know,
and so that's coming, and that's going to be premiering after the Super Bowl, and
they're taping it right now. Yeah,
right.
This is because they taped the show in advance, and this is probably the closest they're taping to show. So it's really going to be. It's probably because of spoilers, because now people are like watching out for celebrities. I know I'm looking to see when someone's off of Twitter for a while. You know, you're missing. I think you may have been the Masked Singer. But it's really funny because you're Googling. This show's making you Google the craziest things.
Right. And it's getting a spinoff.
Yes.
The Masked Dancer.
Yes.
Now, Ellen DeGeneres, she's going to be executive producing and bringing this show on board. When she had a couple of sketches on her show, and they were celebrity people dancing. She called it the Masked Dancer. And we're like, oh my gosh. She goes, as long as I'm not being sued and all this stuff,
that was so
it's
funny.
Fine. We're going to do it. So she's partnering up with that. It's going to be a whole new format. And the person's going to come out and dance, do these unique dances, and people have to guess who they were.
Yeah,
so
when is that coming on, if they say?
They haven't said. They
announced it at TCA.
Right, so it'll probably be, I don't know, in the fall, the summer. I'm not exactly sure, but I thought that was kind of cool.
So we don't know. We don't know if the Masked Singer. Oh, maybe the Masked Singer will come. So the Masked Singer looks like it's going to be every season.
Sounds like.
And then the Masked Dancer will probably only come in the summer or the fall. Well, there's sure more details to work out.
As we'll get more details, and as we talk about it, we'll be fine. So that was the Masked Singer.
Yeah, that was the Masked Singer.
Like that show.
Great show.
Yeah. Okay, so where are we next?
Let's go up and wrap up The Voice.
All right, let's wrap up The Voice. We had, season
Voice 17.
That's a lot of freaking seasons.
It's a lot of seasons.
A lot of singers, a lot of people. So many, in fact, that sometimes I lose way of a couple of them.
Well, we started with 48.
Yeah.
And one thing I know we talked about on all of our podcasts, who went home, who got eliminated, what the coaches did, all kind of crazy things happened. And I thought the coach who made some of the most questionable choices, in my opinion, just my opinion, don't be coming after me, people, was Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
And guess what? She won.
Yeah, she did.
Because I had mentioned that to you on a podcast.
I thought one or two.
All her decisions were just crazy, and you said, I think it was you. I think it was me. If it wasn't me, then it had to be you.
Wait, was I right?
Yeah.
So then it was me.
Oh, okay. You said, but she has the country guy.
Yeah.
She has the one thing that Blake
one country guy
didn't do. And that was Jake Hoot.
Yep, and that he won.
Jake Hoot's from Tennessee, country guy.
Yep, people call him Hooters.
Tennessee, I think he's like 31.
Hoot.
Like 31 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
He even said Hooters had contacted him. He when he was on Kelly's show recently.
He had the dad. He had the daughter factor.
He's a dad, recently divorced. He has a young girl.
And I told you.
Daughter.
And I know you don't agree with me, and that's fine. But I thought he had the most authentic sounding country voice they've had in the longest time. And I'm like, all the people that blew up this past year that he sounds like, or that he can fit right into
like
that
Luke
mold.
Combs and
he fits right into that little mold. So congratulations to him. He writes songs. He has some things going. Kelly's gonna help him. So I'm like, good for him.
I didn't see it coming. I mean, no, I didn't see it coming.
Oh,
I don't mean see it coming. I just thought
I saw it coming.
No, I just thought I said Kelly's going to wipe only one person finale. It's going to be Jake because of all these crazy decisions. There were so many decisions, and I'm just like, what?
Give me an example of one of her decisions.
Oh, we talked about it plenty of times.
Yeah, I know.
The save.
Yeah. Oh, God.
She got rid of. There were so many that she got rid of. What's her name? Damala.
Well, she got rid of Sunday.
These people,
they were cute little novelty act girls.
Yeah, but no one thought they were going to go that far.
They went further than I thought they would.
Yeah. But there's just some decisions that you were making I thought was very questionable. And apparently I wasn't the only one. But she came out a winner. So I was rooting for, depending on who's doing what. I was kind of rooting for Gwen because she had never won.
Uh-huh.
But then Gwen started making some crazy decisions. Well, she got rid of all the guys. She got rid of all the guys and then got rid of all the black guys that she had in there. She picked the most diverse team, got rid of all of them. Got rid of all of them. And then she ended up saving Miracle, which I thought was great, but we said Miracle and Rose were going to cancel each other out, and they did. And Joanna got the public vote. And I'm thinking, you lost all those guys, and you got rid of the rocker guy. It was just weird things were there. So I was rooting for her, but I thought...
Gwen was trying to figure out who she could win with.
Exactly. But then I thought to myself, Gwen's not going to win, but she may make it to the finale because Rose was very, very good. And that's what happened.
And Rose had a great personality. People loved her. Mm-hmm. She was straight up Rose.
And then there was Blake. There was Blake. Mm-hmm. And we got to Blake's team when he decided not to say the country girl and tried to play some strategy. Then she lost, and then he had the team, and he had Callie, Ricky.
All he needed was Ricky.
And Kat, and we said Callie was going to go, and she went. And Kat lost it longer than I thought she did. Callie.
I know.
And Kat lost it last longer than we thought we did.
Ricky.
Okay, sorry. I was just doing a recap. And then Ricky was the only person we said he could win with, in my opinion. And Ricky went to number 2.
Yeah, he was close.
Didn't see it coming
for that season.
I thought Ricky was going to go out number 3.
I knew Ricky was going to do it.
No, coming number 3, not 2. Because...
Oh, I caught 2.
Oh, no. I thought Katie. John Legend's contestant Katie... I said was going to go straight to the finale.
Had a really popular vote.
And she was going to go out number 2.
Right.
And that was John. So we said the only person that John could... We said actually John had the best team, I thought.
Right.
John had the best team, and we lost Will and Mary Beth, and then he only had Katie. Katie got to finale. Right. She went out number 2. Number 3. Mm-hmm. So basically to recap, Rose went out number 4. Katie went out number 3. Ricky and Jake were 1 and 2.
Right.
And Jake won. But when Katie was eliminated at number 3, the noise.
Yeah, the crowd reaction.
The crowd reaction.
In the studio, backstage.
And everywhere. No one saw it coming except for Phyllis. I thought for sure she's going to go number 2. I even thought at one point she probably could take out Jake, but he kept getting all those number 1s. And I'm like, no. But we hope he does well. He has a new single, which is he's the only contestant that has had his original song.
Yeah.
It's called
I thought he had good
Better Off Without You. And he did great. So I think he definitely did good. Let's hope the single does well, because that's what will the contestants make it after? Will this go on?
I kind of think his single will do well, only because his songs were streaming really, really well, doing well. He pretty much stayed like at the top of the charts all during that entire competition.
Yeah. But let's hope. I have to follow. I meant to follow up before we did this podcast to see where he is, what's going on. He was on Kelly's show last week,
right?
And Kelly actually talked to him, and Kelly said she was very happy to actually get to talk to him now. That's all over, and here he is, and what was he feeling? And she mentioned a song, and she likes that they're around the same age, because here he is. And she said what she likes about that he's older.
Right.
And so people young in the business show that an older person that has won, which has never been a problem with the boys.
Right.
The problem is, can we see this guy again? He picked Kelly. It's very good because Kelly is going to be helping him.
Yeah. Well,
she'll be helping songs. She'll be producing.
Kelly, he was originally blocked.
No, that's the thing. No. He was a one-chair turn.
Right, but wasn't he?
He wasn't
there was
blocked.
Some confusion or something weird to get. Maybe he was a block.
He was a country guy. John looked like he wanted to turn, but he's like, oh, I don't want to compete with Blake. Gwen looked like, I don't want to compete with Blake. Kelly kept looking. Blake wanted to turn, but he was so sure Kelly blocked him that he wasn't going to give Kelly the satisfaction of being blocked, and that's how she got him. And I thought, darn, Blake, you got rid of all your country guys.
Hilarious.
And I thought Blake needed a country guy to go up and compete with him, and he got rid of all the country guys.
Right.
And I don't know if he just thought, I don't need a country guy, or he thought he was so sure on the one girl, or I don't really know. It's just really, really weird how that turned out. I did like, on a positive, a lot of the songs that they picked a wider catalog this season.
Yeah.
There's so many, well, there's still a few that they keep doing over and again, but there were some songs we had never heard on there. I'm like, oh, good, we're getting different clearances, we're getting different stuff. I kind of did like that point.
Right.
So I really hope Republic Records, or wherever he goes,
or whatever,
gets behind him. There's a country division over at Universal. Come on, get behind the guy.
Kelly is pretty strong right now with her talk show.
It would be
with The Voice, everything that's going on. Maybe she might be able to get him an actual deal.
It would be good just to have a success if that is the label. And the question is the label signed for like a 10-year deal, and that's why they're still doing this? Oh, I guess so, because Universal, they film on Universal. Right. Because it seems like we're not hearing much of the contestants. The last winner, Maitland, we did speak with her because she came up for finale. She said she's very happy with Republic. She wrote a song with John Legend.
Yeah, good for her.
And John's working with her, and maybe that's the push she needs. So I think that's working out. Mm-hmm. So I think that's working out pretty good. But we'll see. Right. Chloe.
What is up with Chloe?
She posted at the beginning of the year that she's no longer on Republic, which we kind of guessed.
Right.
And I don't know what happened there.
But that's the thing. They're signing them to development deals, correct? Maybe.
Yeah.
And not necessarily.
But at least
you're going to be in the studio recording and getting a record deal.
Yeah, she did put out an EP. And that's good, because the last couple of winners we haven't had it. Chris Blue was announced. He's no longer with Republic Records, but he's still quick. But he's
still with Alicia Keys.
But he is still with Alicia Keys. Johnny Wright is still managing him, and Alicia Keys is also very busy.
Right.
So they're still working together, and Johnny Wright has a way of twisting, and I know Johnny has a way of twisting. I shouldn't say twisting. Has a way of getting the person to a different level, kind of like Chris has been doing a lot of corporate gigs. He's been doing like
stuff that's not necessarily big mainstream things.
Yeah, but he's been keeping himself out there and doing work. So I'm hoping that he will be able to turn that around and get him to the next level. Did I explain that right? Maybe I did.
Maybe you did. I didn't.
Okay, sorry. I didn't explain it. And with Alicia working with them too, he started off strong. He had a really strong single. Then he released another single that wasn't so, good.
Wasn't so strong.
But that's him. And the last winners, Bryn and Chevelle. Chevelle, I don't know what's going on with her. I know
But they were all on Kelly's team.
Yeah, but I know Chevelle was finishing her school at home and doing a couple corporate gigs and, doing some stuff there with Kelly.
Right.
I don't know anything about a record deal. But Bryn...
She's too young for a record deal.
Yeah, and that could be
true.
And
I like her.
She could be waiting till she's 18.
Yeah. And
getting her skills together. But Bryn
I wouldn't sign her.
Was the one person that never went to Republic. Kelly got her... Kelly's husband has a management team. She's part of his management team. And they got her signed to Atlantic Record, which is Kelly's label.
Right.
So I'm curious to know what's going to happen with that. Which I think is another reason why the judges gets very frustrating. Because... it's a little hard when you're working. We've had this conversation,
which I think is one of the reasons for Adam Levine's.
And we're usually pretty tough on Adam Levine, but I think that's when it started. Yeah, I think that's when it started. Although Jordan did well on there, I think he's along on the label, but he did well, and he kind of went. This is what I was saying about Johnny. He kind of went up and was doing the Christian market. Right. Jordan, he had. What's Mark Burnett's wife? Rona Downey, all those guys were way behind him. He was doing all these different kind of things that was so different from the norm. So maybe he will, and I think he's no longer on the label. So you got to figure if you go down the list, who's put out records? Who hasn't put out records?
Label? Anybody?
I don't think anyone's on that label right now except for Maitland.
Oh.
She might be. I don't think so. And we know Allison isn't. I don't. Sundance, they just didn't care. And Maitland's a little bit younger, not to... play the H theme, and unfortunately the record labels play it at times. You know, so we just okay.
Yeah, she did her John Legend song.
Yeah, I just want the show to be able to produce someone. So if you had a comeback thing and everybody came back, you would know who the contestants are, and you don't get that on The Voice. You would know these winners. You would know. Yeah, I mean, I want the show to do well. I want.
Oh, of course.
But and you want the focus to be on the contestants. It's always going to be on the coaches. It's,
right.
You know, we can't get rid of that. Speaking of coaches, Nick Jonas is coming.
Right. He's the new
coach for season 18.
Right.
And we were at a television conference, and they showed us a clip, which I hadn't seen before, of Nick. And the extended clip they showed us, he looks like he's going to be a little bit different. Like, he produces, he writes, he arranges.
Right.
It looks like he's going to be all the contestants. He's going to be developing them. He's going to give John. I think he's going to give John competition, and
I think any girl under like 18 is going to.
They're going to want Nick. So we're going to have to see if that balances out with the Jonas Brothers, who
and that starts
worked with Johnny
mid-February.
Yeah. So it's going to come out mid-February. I heard there's a couple of rumors the season might be a little bit shorter. Like we might be losing more Tuesdays. And whatever. Yeah, I mean, not shorter.
Right, no, but I think
it'll still end in May because of Ellen.
Right.
Again.
A little less live shows.
Ellen, how many shows does she have?
She's got a lot.
And apparently people are watching them.
Yeah. Well, she's going to have a couple of HBO shows coming.
So we have Ellen. She's
Ellen. Have that
Ellen Game of Games.
Then we have Baby Ellen.
Masked Singer.
Little Ellen.
We have the Little Big Shots Ellen.
Yes.
And then we have Game of Games, Ellen's Games. Is that going to be the new one?
Ellen's Game of Games.
Ellen's Game of Games.
Ellen's
Game of
big
Games.
Surprise. I'm giving you.
Ellen, I like to give out surprises.
Yeah, I like to give out money. Then there's going to be Little Ellen, all about
Little Ellen. Come on, wow.
All about Ellen when she was young.
Yeah.
I wanted to say it's animated for HBO.
Oh, that's actually true. I forgot. I thought you were joking. That's right. She actually does. That's right. That's right.
No, I wasn't joking.
Pay attention at the TV conference.
And I think there's going to be another series for Apple TV, I believe, as well.
Wow.
So, hey, she's going.
And I know the voice ratings have went down. So I think that could be why they're thinking maybe less episodes to keep it fresh. We'll keep it something.
Live shows are expensive, supposedly, so it'd be good to have a little one less live show.
So I'll be curious to see how Nick does and the talent. As I said at the beginning, it started off so strong.
It always starts off strong, and then the way that they eliminate or not eliminate, it's got to be great. I wish we have to wait until later that we could talk about American Idol.
Yes.
Hollywood Week.
Yes.
Really, really good.
Yeah,
That's the only spoiler I'm going to say. I'm very excited about the new season.
We can't tell you anything because if something happens, we won't tell you.
Yeah.
But we can't tell you.
Uh-huh.
But when it's time to talk about it,
it would be nice.
It will be nice.
Right.
I know we hate to compare the two shows, but we have to compare them. American Idol does start in February. It's starting earlier.
Right.
The returning judges are coming back. We got Katie, Luke, and Lionel. And
Lionel.
You have to take it. And Ryan Seacrest and Bobby Bones. Can't lose Bobby.
Yeah, I forgot about him.
And Bobby Bones.
Sorry, Bobby.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it'll be a really great season.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
I'm looking very forward to that.
Stacked talent. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, really good. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, one more thing we haven't discussed, and then we'll wrap this up. And I think now I know why we didn't discuss it. The actual finale show. It was kind of dull. It was kind of dull. I mean,
it was dull.
It's been to the point where we used to have. They have a lot of people come.
Okay, you know why I think it's kind of dull? I think it's because it's trying to be like
the American Music Awards.
Yes, or the Billboard Awards they just recently have. And so then they're having a lot of repeat people on there.
Yeah.
Like whoever came on during Billboard comes on there. Whoever came on to another thing comes on. And it looks very, very repetitive.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it is for me.
I think part of it for me is they pre-tape a lot of it.
Yes.
And I mean a lot of it.
Right.
to the point where
somewhere
it's a lot of it.
Where Gwen's singing on a Saturday afternoon.
Yes.
So then that way, just go back to the live shows.
Yeah.
Just make it live.
I mean, at the point where
they start recording at 4:00 or 4:30, and they pre-then or
they
tape
so much
it,
of it.
A
so
lot
far
of it,
in advance too.
Yeah, a lot of it too. They tape that Monday night. People are in production.
Yeah, that's the other one too. Yeah,
and that'll do the final rehearsal that Monday night before the live premiere, and then that's when something is taped.
Yeah, the night of the
it kind of it's missing that.
The finale's on a Tuesday, and on a Monday night they're at 9 or 10 o'clock taping it. We didn't even talk to Jay because they were taping this production number.
Right.
I
understand it.
I understand
for budget reasons.
Yeah,
but still,
I understand it. But it kind of like it happens like we just went to the American Music Awards. So when Dia Lupa, nothing against Dia Lupa, she performed, which was pre-taped.
Right.
It was just like, and then you're watching it back.
Right.
So, you know, to the point where you're like, let me just sit backstage because you're going to be inside watching all these pre-taped people. To the point where it was like, I was like eating my food instead of paying attention because I had just saw her at the American Music Awards live. I just saw her at, so it just was like, why is she, there?
And one thing I missed too about it was the rewards. Like, where were the cars?
There was no rewards. There was no cars.
Like, is Toyota not sponsoring
There was no cars. There was no recording. One year they didn't get cars. They got a recording studio or something.
No recording
there was
studio,
no cars. No recording studios.
Did they get a video?
No video.
Yeah, original song. They did get an original song. But I don't know. It just seemed kind of like...
It was just kind of like, we really don't... I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah.
I was kind of like... When Gwen goes, I could see the song for you, Rose. I could see this. I'm thinking... Gwen, can you get a producer and have her do it next week?
Can you call in a favor?
I mean, Kelly was saying to people when they would get eliminated, like Max with Rob, guys, I want you to come see with me. I was wanting Gwen to say, okay, your contract's over, Rose. I'm going back to the Planet Hollywood in February. Can you come out? Kelly,
one of my Harajuku girls.
Exactly. Blake has a bar. Well, Blake has a bunch of bars. Ricky, you're going to open up and come out on this side. Because Blake did have his contestants in Nashville.
Right.
And he had a bunch of them come back and perform. Other people's teams.
Right.
So Blake does take care of his people as well. And then John Legend. You just kind of want to say, John Legend, I'm going to go. Because the coaches get a lot of publicity. It'd be nice to go, okay, Katie, you're going to be on with me and we're going to do whatever. But Katie seems happy.
Exactly.
On social media, she's been doing some stuff. But there was just one person that was there live and just killed it.
Jennifer Hudson? Singing Memory from Cats?
No.
That's a memory nobody wants.
No. Jennifer, well...
I mean, the movie itself.
Jennifer sang great. Adam Lambert. And it's interesting that people say don't compare the voice to the idol, but between Kelly, Jennifer, and Adam, they're all from American Idol.
Right.
Adam Lambert came and sang with Katie. Came back to sing with Katie in the finale, and it was a great moment.
That was a great moment.
Yeah.
Katie had a lot
Anytime
of
you
great
can
moments.
mention something about Adam Lambert, you have to do it.
Yeah.
And he was there at the finale, and he sang with Katie. Mm-hmm. I asked Katie about it. She hadn't met him yet. She was all nervous. She was excited, and they did a great. They sang "Believe." That was great. That was probably one of the. Who else was there? It was probably one of the better performances. Was Rascal? No, it wasn't Rascal Play. Who else was? I can't even remember. I can't even remember.
Lady Antebellum, I believe.
Ricky.
Little Big Town.
Ricky.
I don't know.
Ricky Duran sang with Gary Clark Jr. And they both were playing guitar, and they sang it. They killed it. That was also another good performance.
Ricky's a really good performer. I think the top four was a solid top four.
Rose sang with Yolanda Adams. Yeah. And they took it to church. I mean, it was a good...
Yeah.
And like
Rose, good duet performance.
And when we talked to Rose, she said, I'm ending with Yolanda Adams. That's the biggest thing in the world. She's ending. Mm-hmm. And I joked about it. I told her this is the end for her. We laughed and talked the night before the finale. And I said, you ain't go back to work. She goes, I quit that job. She was like, I quit it. She goes, I ain't going back. And I'm singing with Yolanda Adams. She's got such a good personality. Yeah. It was just really funny. And to sing with Yolanda Adams, someone she, grew up with listening to, everything else. They killed. We're still getting searches on that.
Yeah.
That was a very good performance.
That was
and
good.
I can't remember who Jake sang with. Was Lady Antebellum?
I thought so.
No, Little Big Towel.
Tomato.
He sang with Little Big Towel.
Right.
Yeah. And that was okay too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Adam and
Yes, I thought those
Yolanda,
were good. So
yeah.
I'm really looking forward to like season 3
yeah.
from The Masked Singer, and looking forward to season 18 for The Voice.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Season 18.
I know. My, how the time flies.
Yeah. So we will be back.
Yes, we will. We'll be back in 2020, and this was our first show.
First show, just a little. Yeah, just to do a little recap.
Right. And we're getting in the middle of award season now,
so we were a little bit late.
We'll be talking about
a little bit late with the holidays
and everything going on.
And now we're right in the middle of the award season, and movie conventions, and music conventions, and TV conventions, and we're getting too many, and then every award show. Every Sunday there's an award show.
I know. This is going to be a very busy January,
it's gonna be
very busy February. So,
but we will be there to give you all the information.
And keep following us. You can find me on Twitter at Phyllis_Thomas. Belinda, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter talking about Adam Lambert and that performance on The Voice with Katie. All Belinda's LA Music.
Yes, that's cool, Belinda's LA Music. And if you notice, like at the top, we have a new theme song. We want to thank our good friends, Alan Wrench, John Morgan, and
David Simisak.
Yeah, so it's really good. So thank you very much for the theme song that will be playing out. Until next time, we'll be seeing you guys. Goodbye.
Bye.